Your wife can believe that you're trying and yet still not feel safe with you. Now, that sentence frustrates a lot of men because they hear not safe and they think, I'm not violent. I provide, I'm faithful, I'm trying. But emotional safety is not the same thing as the absence of danger. It's the felt confidence that when she brings you pain, you won't punish her for it. So, this video is going to be about why she might not feel safe with you, what men usually misunderstand, and also how to rebuild safety without becoming weak or controlled. I'll give you one sentence that can change the way a hard conversation begins. Now, what is safety? When wives talk about safety, they often mean, can I tell him I'm hurt without him attacking me? Can I cry without him leaving? Can I say no without being punished? Can I make a mistake without contempt? And can I ask for help without being told I'm ungrateful? Can I trust him to protect me, not just provide for me? So that's why a man can say, I've done so much, yet a woman can still feel alone. He's measuring the output, but she is measuring relational trust. Both matter, but they're not the same thing. So you often see this pattern where the wife says she feels alone and the husband says, but I work hard. Or the wife is asking for tenderness and then the husband is just giving a practical solution. The wife might bring up the fact that she's hurt. The husband only hears an accusation. Or the wife might say she's feeling pressured sexually. The husband just hears rejection. Or a wife maybe asks him to handle an in-law boundary. Then he delays, he avoids, or he asks her to manage it instead. Then he says, I'm trying. And it's true, he might be. But he's trying in the wrong direction and he's not building safety. Now, there are three common safety killers. The first one is defensiveness. So she says you weren't present, and he says, that's not fair. I was exhausted. Maybe you were exhausted, but the problem is that now the conversation has moved from her pain to your defense. The next of the three safety killers is emotional punishment. So maybe she says no to sex or raises a concern or disagrees. Then you go cold. You withdraw affection, you give very short answers and become icy. What does that teach her? The honesty costs intimacy. The third killer is passivity. So you avoid hard things. Maybe it could be money. It could be your mother. It could be anger. It could be the bedtime routine with the kids. It could be giving her the apology you know that you owe her. It could be the tough conversation you've been avoiding. So she feels she has to carry the emotional and practical weight of the home. Now, this next point is important because making her safe doesn't mean making her always comfortable. Some men hear emotional safety and they think they have to agree with everything. That's not the case. A husband can disagree, he can correct, he can set boundaries, he can say, that's not right. A husband can lead, but he must do so without contempt, rage, manipulation, or cowardice. Safety doesn't mean that she never feels challenged by you. After all, it's your duty to correct her. It has to mean that she's not punished for being honest. So a good husband can say something like, I disagree with part of what you said, but I want to understand the hurt first. He preserves truth and also love. Now, Catholic marriage is not a competition for emotional dominance. The husband's headship is ordered to sacrifice, protection, and the good of the whole household. Christ doesn't crush the church. He gives himself for her. It doesn't make him weak. In fact, it reveals his true authority. So when a man governs his anger and really listens before defending himself, truly takes responsibility and protects his wife from unnecessary burdens, He's not becoming less masculine. He's becoming more capable of love. So here's that sentence I promised you can use when she starts a hard conversation. Let me understand before I respond. Then actually do it. If she says, you don't help me, just ask, what part has felt heaviest? If she says, you never listen, just ask, when did you feel that most recently? If she says, I don't feel close to you, then you can ask her, what have I done that made closeness feel unsafe? Now, that's not a trap. You're not asking any of those questions to catch her out. You're just asking to genuinely understand. That's the key bit. Now, safety is going to return through repeated repairs that build trust over time. So we want a structure like this. Number one, name the specific thing. Yesterday, when you were upset, I interrupted you. Next thing is name the impact. I can see that probably made you feel like I cared more about defending myself than hearing you. Third thing is own it without a but. I was wrong to do that. Number four, state the replacement. Next time, I will let you finish. Then I'll ask a question before I respond. Then actually do it, right? Step 5 is do it next time. So many men are going to apologize, but not actually become more reliable. She's going to learn to trust your patterns more than your promises. So make sure you follow through. But what if she never feels safe? You can't force her nervous system to relax around you and trust you on your schedule. Instead, you have to recognize that it's going to take time. Trust was lost over time. It will be rebuilt over time too. So if you pressure her to say, I feel safe now, you'll actually make her feel unsafe. Instead, say something like, I know trust is going to take time to build. I'm not asking you to pretend. I'm just going to focus on acting consistently to show you real change. Now, obviously, if the situation includes violence or coercion or any kind of drunken sexual pressure or threats or serious instability, then the next step is not going to be just trying to fix communication problems. It's going to be to get competent outside help. So safety does have a very literal meaning as well. However, this week you can choose one safety killer and stop it. Let's say it's defensiveness, in which case listen for 2 minutes before responding. Maybe it's emotional punishment, in which case stop withdrawing affection after being disappointed. Maybe it's passivity, so you can just handle one burden you've been avoiding. Or maybe it's anger, so you can lower your voice and pause before speaking. Rebuilding safety is normally something that happens in very ordinary ways, and you can do it in the next conversation. Now, if you want help applying this to your exact situation in your marriage, click the link in the description or in the pinned comment to get KnowlandBot. You can describe the conversation you're struggling with and ask what a safe, strong response would be. You can also leave a comment here on the video. I'll answer some of the best ones in a future video on the channel. Thanks for watching.